Hey there guys, this is Obsidian Chill. Got another video for you today, and thought I would skip straight to the spreadsheet because I know that's what you guys want to see. So this is basically all the updated pet trinkets tested at 330 CR, which is technically 331. It just it's not high enough to be 331, so it caps out at 330. We've got 3 targets, 1 target, and the Henchmen tested. So the yellow denotes these SM Season 2 mobile pets. So if you don't know what they look like, you can check out my previous video. I showed the rewards. But we've got blue utility belts. Obviously, it's still going to be high for AoE just because of how they work with the blue utility belt. Summer Event Trinket we have as next highest. Technically, this doesn't have the highest potential because all the other trinkets here have a beam associated with them. So, like, you know, when you use a vampire bat or shadow bat, you see that beam. Same thing like the gazer, the mother or father box. That beam can penetrate NPCs depending on the positioning. So then you get non-splitting damage on those other targets. So once again, I've covered that in a video if you don't know what I'm talking about. But just the gist of it is that you have much greater potential for damage, where the Summer Event Trinket, you don't have that because there's no beam. So take that with a grain of salt. And the next highest we have is the Source Lightning Eagle, part of Season 2. Then Vampire Bat, Shadow Bat. You can see, really, there's not too much of that much of a gap between everything because of how Charon kind of normalized all the pet trinkets until the tier system comes out. So it was like 582 to 587. So it's, you know, like a 50k difference between all of them, basically. So, and so many of them are already at 583, 584, where there's hardly any difference at all. So really it comes down to whichever pet you have that fits your style. Like if you like using a father mother box, go for it. If you want to use the dark contract bat, go for it. You're not missing too much damage whatsoever. The only other thing to consider is that the turrets were buffed in terms of their range and how quickly they attack. So what you think of it as 455k, it's still less damage than this, but they do their damage in 10 seconds compared to these ones which do their damage over 60 seconds. So yeah, you're losing 100k total difference, but that you get all that damage in 10 seconds, where you have to wait the entire duration to get these. So it's going to be situational, like say if it's a hallway or like the easy example I can think of is like the beginning of QE. So if the beginning ads in QE, those are going to die so quickly. If you summon like a Shadow Bat or whatever, you're not going to get the full damage because the NPCs are going to die. The Shadow Bat's going to be just out doing nothing until you go to the portal and go to the next set of ads. Where with those turret ones, you'll get the damage will be the full amount on the turret, and then basically you'll have all that damage. The only thing I should mention is that if you're Source Shard DPS, the turrets are not buffed by Source Shard, by Godwave. So on the single target, nothing really changes. It's still going to be ability heal belts, and then technically at Shadow Bat, but I mean, once again, it's 400 to 402, hardly any difference. 337, 39, 395, 397. I should mention that the freeze drone is a little bit lower than I expected on single target and AoE. It looks really unique, so you could use it just if you like it, but it is much lower damage compared, which is kind of odd because it has the same attack pattern as the father mother box, but it is what it is. So single target, once again, 398, 400, 400 between the Source Lightning Eagle and the Vampire Bat and Shadow Bat, so once again, not giant differences. Mother box 398 as well, so it's really like the difference is like what, 200 damage there? Less than 200 damage compared between Mother Box and Source Lightning, so they're really normalized. And I showed you here, just this is why you don't use those turrets on single target. They're not designed for that. We have the single target turrets. So once again, they would do 270k damage in 10 seconds compared to they threw 400k damage in 60 seconds. Henchmen. The freeze goons are really lackluster. Don't worry about using them at all unless you really like the style. Same thing with the Shadow Werewolves from Season 1. They were really lackluster as well. So best in class is still going to be Paradox Hulks and the Thirsty Beastie Morphs because they have that sonic shout as well as they jump in melee range and body block. But they're more susceptible to dying. And then single target, technically the best is going to be Water Golems because of their Torrent beam. But the Reapers and Amazon Warriors aren't really that far behind. They're all pretty close. So normally I would put the spreadsheet in the comment section, but because it's not completed, so all these pets here, the old seasonal ones, they're never getting updated again. Or I should say never, but they're not being updated for a very long time. Charon is concentrating the tier system on every mobile pet that's come out since the Atlantean Seahorse. So these ones are going to be updated. Like, not even the boos are going to change anymore. It's just that the boos are so strong because of that utility belt. So once I get all this updated for single target, the 3 targets, once I do all the sidekicks and then finish off all the other henchmen, then I'll do another video and then have that spreadsheet out for you guys then. But before then, you can just kind of take a look at here until I finish up those. But I wanted to get these guys out because this is the pets that are actually changing and which are viable. And especially if you're looking to, because the Source Lightning Eagle is around 20, the Freeze Drone is 25, Freeze Turret I think is 5. It's either 5 or 10, or yeah, I can't remember if it's either 5 or 10 for this, and then 15 is the Freeze Goons. So if you are looking to do survival mode this round, definitely pick up the Source Lightning Eagle. It's unique as a pet, and it's also very strong. And then you can look into picking up some of the others if you'd like. So, any other questions or concerns, we can put them in the comment section below. While you're watching this, the day after you're watching this, I'll have my SM Season 2 Round 30 commentary out the next day. So, take care guys. Thanks for watching.